Hi everybody, I've already been making a background off camera and having lovely fun. You will have already seen the indigo dyeing tutorial and my playthrough will be first on this video, so you will have already seen that. And I'm just adding a little bit of this. This was Sarah's indigo dyeing, and I'm just going to add a little bit of lace here. And what I've been doing is I looked through all the photos of snowflakes, because that's the prompt for the first 2 weeks of August, and aren't they stunning? How beautiful are all those snowflakes? But this was the one I picked. Right, so I've already outlined it on a hoop, on a bit of old cotton that is just an old pillowcase or something. The outline was 3 strands, and the little feather leaf type of stitching is with 2 strands. Alright, so I was doing a split back stitch just for this middle line here. So this is basically how I've been doing that so far. And then back to stem stitch all the way around the outside. So you get the idea. Now I have to tell you, it's just absolutely beautiful here today. Gorgeous weather. Because we're starting to get those little days that are just very mild, and the smell of spring is absolutely beautiful. Now, get that out of the way. And of course, everyone who I follow who's overseas, it's like they're starting to gear up for autumn. Right, so this is what I did all the way around. I'll just show you how I did these little stems. Right, so I'm just actually doing a fly stitch here to make the little fronds. Now on this picture, when you look up close, they look like little feathers. So I was trying to do that. I don't know if I'll decorate in here yet. I wanted to finish this bit on camera first. So just doing a fly stitch along the line, starting at the end and working backwards. So it's a bit fiddly on this hoop. And then I've just been doing, when I hit this end point, a little join stitch. So just doing a, coming through to the back, and just doing another little stem stitch here to just join them. So that's my process, and I've been, I went around like a little circle around the middle, because they often have little circles with the little feathery bits of ice poking out. And I did that in 2 threads. So the bulk of these larger ones and this middle pattern was in 3 embroidery floss threads. The circle and the little leaves were in 2 embroidery floss threads. So that's that. I'll come back when I've finished it. Okay, so I finished and I started to realise that these look too empty because they're very crystalline, the snowflakes. So I've started to do a fly stitch down through the middle, just like this. Okay, I'm back and I've decided, this is the finished one, I've decided to put it on a bit of Bonder web and cut in a bit closer. Okay, it's all ironed on now. Now, I moved back upstairs and that's going to go there. I think this is going to go here. So I was going to cut it back a little bit. I feel like I've been just a bit higgledy-piggledy. I think I've started 3 sentences, stopped filming and started again. All right, so this is what I've done. I've come back upstairs because I was trying a new light source out downstairs that's a bit more portable. I had trouble with the table shaking, so I've had to manage myself around that. And then in the end, I don't actually like working down there. I just like my little space up here. I like the way I've set up my table. I'm cozy. If I put the heater on, it's a small space to heat. In summer, it's a small space to cool with the air conditioner. So, look, you know, it doesn't matter how much I try newfangled ideas. This is always the way I'm happy. I haven't sewn this bit on yet, but I'm just going to iron this on here. Just use my little bit of old sheet or old pillowcase. So I'm aware that I'm not coming up with anything brand new for the challenge in terms of looking different. It's all going to have blue background made of multiple different pieces. It's going to have a blue embroidered whatever the challenge is. But my aim this time around is to have a more uniform look to the book. Now, I think this reminds me of, it's a little bit snowflakey, don't you think? So I want that to go on. So this is going to go somewhere like that. Maybe this can go somewhere like that over the top. And that's nearly ready. I had some very shiny white and I'm going to do some little snowflakes out of that as well. Okay, I have finished getting this one down, putting a little tiny stitch all the way around this one and put this on because it reminds me of a snowflake, and I've just done 1 or 2 little snowflake extras down here, and this is what I've done. Show you because this is on a darker bit so it'll show a bit better. So I've just done a pistol stitch. This one had pistol stitches all around, short and long, and this one you can't see it as well, so I'm going to show you. It's got 1 pistol stitch at each quarter point, just 2 wraps. Now I know I didn't show the background. I did a lot of it off camera. I just was sitting enjoying the process. So I've added one of my red work, one with the little cup and a flower and another flower, and I have got a little bit of edging here. This is a bit of an old scarf, bit of one of Huss's shirts, a bit of batik from Sarah from her indigo dye workshop, and this backing has got some red throughout, and it's just an edge off a doily. And then I've done some straight stitching with my alpaca that is multicoloured. The threads all have many different dyes through it, so it's very variegated. So on this one, what I've done is similar to my other snowflake. Just started from the outer bit, a point on, so I'm doing each of these across. Done one little line, now I'm doing a fly stitch. Back into the middle to make it look like a snowflake. So it's similar to these little bits on here. So just starting out, one stitch, stitch to the side, stitch to the other side, coming up at the end of that stitch, the first stitch, making sure that the thread is under. I'm making 2 of those. Same on this point. And the last one. And then just finishing it off under the, so the start of that was a French knot. So I've just done 1, 2, 3 little ones. You know, I might do another one down here later. Got my big snowflake, got this that sort of reminds me of a snowflake or winter. And that's it for now. So this video joins on to the previous video where I went through all of my little indigo dye pieces. Yeah, I've been having trouble with my computer, so I couldn't make it just all one video. So this is it for this week. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoy your own stitching on your own journals. And another thing, just one thing I wanted to mention. So this will be July, this will be August. So I have got a little stamped August to put on. Because this is all blue, I've been thinking that this cover is very, it's very autumn or spring-like, and I've been thinking that I may make another one of these for this journal that's a blue one, and then I'll be, because it seems wrong to have it autumny springy and then open it and it's all blue. My tag, and I'll come back. There is either a cluster or a tab, and the thing about it is I love to do a cluster, so I'll do it anyway, but I've been thinking that because at the very end of mine, when I've finished the back here, I've got this little extra flap, so I'm thinking I'm going to, I hope this is on camera, I'm going to cover this with something, one bit of solid lace, and make that my tab. So my tab's not going to be just a little tiny tab, it's actually going to be a big tab, and it'll be the thing that you pull to lift each page. So that's my thought on that. Hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.